Is your vehicle stopping like it should? Does it squeal or grind when you brake? Don't miss out on summer brake deals at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Dana and Jess in the morning.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Let's get started.
Good morning.
I listen every morning.
103.3 KFR.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It is Wednesday, August 14th of 2024, and weather-wise, beautiful day. Sunshine, high of around 85.
Yeah, we were talking about winter in here. And before this, it's like, we have to, really appreciate days like today before they're not here.
I can't remember what you were like for winter last year.
Cold.
But I do know that I had no idea that you would be wearing long sleeve, like hoodie situation zipped up to your neck when it was 72 in the studio during the summertime.
Listen, the air in here is set on Antarctica for some reason. I have no idea why. It's not even that warm in here.
See a doctor. Let's see. Coming up on the show this morning, we have this question.
Speaking of doctors, what's the worst physical pain you've ever felt?
For Jess, the answer is just coming into the studio without a winter coat on.
That is right. I am immediately frostbitten.
Hey, don't ask me to spell check you. I don't know. Well, give us your answer by tapping the chat button on the KFR app. Not how to properly pronounce frostbite.
Frostbite.
But no, what's the worst physical pain you've ever felt? So tap that chat button on the KFR app with your answer. Also, we're going to drop knowledge on you today. And this one, very specific, a Wednesday wisdom about Kalamazoo nicknames.
Okay.
I've heard many Kalamazoo nicknames throughout the decades of living here. So we're going to share some of those with you along with where the heck they came from.
Yeah.
Lots of history here. Are you going to say what's coming next?
Florida Woman Wednesday?
There you go. Jess is so cold over there. She doesn't know what's going on.
Okay, well, apparently this lady is learning how to drive on margaritas.
Listen, a lot of people that do drink sometimes will be like, you know what? I'm nervous about this thing, so I need to have a couple drinks to knock the edge off.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if that's what's happening here, but it shouldn't be.
Yeah. This isn't the time or place for that.
Oh, my God.
Especially on the road behind the wheel.
Yeah. Well, she got caught. Florida Woman Wednesday is coming up around 6:45. It's a doozy. All right. What do you say we get the show started?
Let's do it.
We're going to try to crank the heat up to like 75.
It's got to unthaw.
To keep Jess alive. Get the show started.
103.3
WKFR FM and WKFR FM HD1.
A Town Square Media Station.
103.3 KFR. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's Dana and Jess, and it's Wednesday, so Florida, what are you doing?
It's Florida Woman Wednesday. You can't make it up.
Florida woman has driving lesson after drinking margaritas.
Oh.
A Boca Raton, Florida woman was recently caught driving erratically on I-95 after downing several margaritas. Ooh. The Florida woman failed a field sobriety test just after 1:30 a.m. She does not have a driver's license. Her friend said he was teaching her how to drive on the highway because she had a driver's test scheduled for next week. The arresting officer says he observed her stopping for cars that weren't there.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here. Okay, so let's pretend there were no margaritas involved. Let's get rid of the alcohol side of this, which obviously is a pretty big factor. This adult woman, who was nervous about driving on the highway, decides that she's going to learn how to drive, but I guess decided to do so at 1:30 a.m. for less traffic?
I guess.
Which
that would be the logical thought behind this.
But isn't the point of learning how to drive in highway traffic to do it when there is highway traffic?
True.
So 1:30 in the morning, weird. And I've heard of people knocking the edge off with a couple of drinks before doing something they're nervous for. But please, public service announcement, please don't let that be when you're learning to drive or, I don't know, fly a plane. Things like that. I mean, this sounds terrible.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, it's a really bad idea.
You know the Margarita song on TikTok?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it should be rewritten just for this situation.
Yeah. This is just... The fact that she has a friend, too, that is like...
They co-signed the whole idea.
Right.
What could go wrong, he said. He should get arrested too.
Yeah,
right?
I think so. More so than her.
Oh my God. Well, hey, great news. She can cancel that driver's test.
Oh, Dana and Jess in the morning on 103.3 KFR is powered by Fab Face and Body, a full-service med spa where beauty meets technology and dreams become reality.
Who says there's no such thing as a stupid question? Well, that was a stupid question. Here's Dana and Jess on 103.3 KFR.
We'll ask you a silly little question.
What's the worst physical pain you've ever felt?
Give us your answer by tapping the chat button on the KFR app. But let's start with you, Jess.
It has to be giving birth. Gotta be that. And there's something about giving birth. You're like, that's the worst pain I've ever been through. And then you go and do it again. Like, what are we?
That is the craziest thing to me because
It is.
as a man, obviously, there's no way I can compare, but I could not imagine anything being more painful than that.
No, nobody can describe it to you either. People try to, but it's like, But then there's people that are like, oh, I had a wonderful experience. And I'm like,
epidural.
Yeah.
And nothing against people using epidurals. I mean, amen to that, but still, jeez.
Yeah.
Holly says infected tooth.
Yes,
Oh,
that's really bad.
tooth pain is rough.
Yes, it is. Darcy says getting a tattoo. I'd rather birth 100 babies.
Really?
I was kind of a baby though when I got my tattoo, and that was the last one I got for that reason.
What's the worst physical pain you've ever felt? Tap the chat button on the KFR app with your answer. BB says, I've endured some pain, childbirth, leg injury, etc., but I'm empathetic, so I'm here reading everyone else's, and I'm just wishing I could fix the pain for everybody.
Aw.
That's amazing, BB.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, it is. Michelle and Melissa said migraine. Yeah, that's pretty bad too. When it just takes over everything. You just gotta go lay down.
It's not, migraines are one of those pains you can't ignore because like you'll be light sensitive, like fast movements will make your head hurt more,
it's
loud
so bad.
sounds. It's like all the senses attack your migraine.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, we'll keep these answers coming in. What's the worst physical pain you've ever felt? Tap the chat button on the KFR app with your answer right now.
Dana and Jess in the morning on 103.3 KFR. Powered by Fab Face and Body, a full-service med spa where beauty meets technology and dreams become reality. Who says there's no such thing as a stupid question? Well, that was a stupid question. Here's Dana and Jess on 103.3 KFR.
We'll ask you a silly little question.
What's the worst physical pain you've ever felt?
Someone drinking my last Mountain Dew? Who do you think you are? All right, so good news. I've made it a habit throughout my life, but especially my current relationship. She's not a Mountain Dew person. Mm-hmm. She doesn't like it at all.
Yeah. I would never steal your Mountain Dew either, so, you know.
I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah, hashtag first world problems, right? What's the worst physical pain you've ever felt? Tap the chat button on the KFR app with your answer.
Sherry, Chantel, and Michelle all said natural childbirth.
Oof, right?
Yeah.
Katie says, deep second degree, almost third degree burns on my chest when I was 10, helping my stepdad cook dinner, and I had a pot of boiling water. Oh my God!
Oh no. Kristen says, I've had a natural childbirth, but tearing my Achilles tendon is way worse. The pain lasted for months.
Ooh. Oh, that is one thing to consider, whereas I could not imagine anything more painful than childbirth. Mm-hmm. At least that pain does go away eventually,
Right.
whereas there are some things like this, months of that pain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Virgil says, I've broken 17 bones.
What?
So it has to be one of those times I hit my head. Okay, number one, Virgil, timing humor. I love it. High fives to you. Awesome. I love how you put the punchline at the end, but I can't get past 17 broken bones. Sir, were they all at
That's
once?
crazy.
Were these 17 different situations?
Right.
If so, are you okay? What's going on?
No.
Do we need to call somebody?
Yeah.
We're here to help. So, what's the worst physical pain? Virgil, I'm dead serious. What's the worst physical pain you've ever felt? Tap the chat button on the KFR app with your answer right now. And blink twice if you're okay.
Dana and Jess in the morning on 103.3 KFR. Powered by Fab Face and Body, a full-service med spa where beauty meets technology and dreams become reality. Who says there's no such thing as a stupid question? Well, that was a stupid question. Here's Dana and Jess on 103.3 KFR.
We'll ask you a silly little
What's the worst physical pain you've ever felt?
Give us your answer by tapping the chat button on the KFR app.
Rochelle says a failed root canal turned abscess. Emergency surgery to keep the infection from going to the brain.
What?
Wow.
Wait, that's a thing?
Oh my gosh. The root
That's
canal?
a thing?
Have you had a root canal?
I have.
They are
And
painful.
And here's the thing. I didn't get it finished. I did the part where they drill out the nerve, but then moved and then ignored it. And then the tooth ended up breaking into pieces in my mouth like years later. It was
my
awful.
Gosh, yeah.
But it wasn't
terrible.
that awful.
Right.
Oh my God, Rochelle. New fear unlocked.
Yeah.
Dental pain becoming brain infection.
Horrible.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Kristen and Amber both said abscess tooth. I'm religious about brushing my teeth, but I want to stop the show and go brush my teeth right now.
Yeah, I know. Get the floss, all that stuff. Emily says appendicitis took me clean out. Having my son was easier. I've heard that. Yeah, and like the kidney stones too, which a lot of people seem to have answered.
Yes, Cindy, Jessica, Kimberly, and Brenda all say geez, I can't talk. They all say Kimberly? Kimberly is painful. They all say kidney stones. Now, kidney stones is the number one answer. I, knock on wood, have not dealt with that.
Yeah.
But the fact that more people say kidney stones than childbirth, and they're all women, that blows my mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oof.
Lynn says meningitis was worse than birthing a 9-pound baby. Oh, wow.
I mean, I'm going to knock on all of the wood right now.
Yeah.
Because these are so far all a bunch of things I have not experienced. And I feel like just saying them out loud means I'm playing with fate now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just going to ignore all of these answers now, move on with my life, because now I'm afraid of everything. Keep those answers coming in or just chat with us in real time anytime by tapping that chat button on the KFR app. Dana and Jess in the morning on 103.3 KFR is powered by Fab Face and Body, a full-service med spa where beauty meets technology and dreams become reality.
Take a seat.
Dana and Jess tell bad-behaving celebrities where to go with Have a Seat on 103.3 KFR.
Jennifer Lopez is allegedly planning to seek revenge on Ben Affleck. She reportedly wants a significant payout from him and aims to take half his $150 million fortune. Woo. Sources say she's extremely hurt and humiliated and feels like she's been used. She's not only mad, but she wants to get even and strike where Ben's most vulnerable, his bank accounts. The way she sees it, he reneged on their sacred vows and he must pay. From now on, she's going to look after herself and to hell with him. She's moving on and will take half his fortune too.
Listen, J-Lo is currently worth $400 million. But she's going to fight to get half of Ben's $150 million. I guess love does cost a thing. J-Lo, your time is up. Have a seat.
What's with the revenge on Ben? Didn't she make one of her exes a business partner after the divorce? Wasn't that Chris or whatever? Didn't he own a restaurant or something? I don't know. The vows have been reneged before. That's the point. If you're really moving on, leave him and his money alone. You don't need it, Jen. Have a seat.
Revenge on Ben should be a movie or a book or something. I love the title. But I am ready for J-Lo to take a long vacation.
Dana and Jess in the morning on 103.3 KFR is powered by Fab Face and Body, a full-service med spa where beauty meets technology and dreams become reality.
Southwest Michigan's #1 hit music station, 103.3 KFR. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's Dana and Jess, and it's time for Wednesday Wisdom.
Yes.
All right, so I have either lived in or around Kalamazoo for a lot of my life. I grew up in Decatur, which is about 40 minutes, southwest of Kalamazoo. I've lived in Kalamazoo for roughly 10 years this time, and I've heard a lot of nicknames over the years. It does surprise me, however, that to this day, in the year of our Lord 2024, there are still people around the country that think Kalamazoo is a made-up place like Atlantis or something.
Yes. I think I've told you that I dated a guy that was like, they made fun of it in their family, and I was like, yeah, I'm moving there. What? That's an actual place? Yes.
Yeah, it's not a mythical land. Kalamazoo is real.
Right.
Google exists. Come on, people.
Yeah.
All right, so with all that being said, there are 3 major nicknames for Kalamazoo that have roots in the history of the city, the very long history. The #1 nickname, I'm sure everyone knows, is the Celery City.
Okay, I did not know that.
Now, a lot of people may not realize that in the early 1900s, Kalamazoo was the capital of celery.
Okay.
I mean,
I had no clue.
world capital of celery.
Interesting.
A lot of just muck fields in Kalamazoo County as a whole. So yeah, a lot of celery came from here. One of the few vegetables I actually enjoy. Put some peanut butter on celery.
Really?
Good stuff. Okay, number 2. We used to be called the paper city because of all the paper mills. So Kalamazoo was a major manufacturer of paper and cardboard in the early 1900s. In fact, the city of Parchment is named Parchment for a reason.
Get it.
Parchment paper.
Now I get it.
Pretty cool. Okay, so, and by the way, fun fact, the nickname of the paper city, I only recently heard. That's not one that I think that one, people stopped calling Kalamazoo the paper city many years ago.
Okay. Yeah, these are new to me.
The Mall City is number 3. Now, the Mall City is a nickname given to Kalamazoo in the mid-1900s. And that's because the Kalamazoo Mall downtown was the first outdoor pedestrian mall in the history of the United States of America.
Very cool.
The very first, so Kalamazoo was tokened the Mall City. So those are 3 of the major nicknames. I've heard people that don't live in Kalamazoo say things like, oh yeah, people call Kalamazoo the zoo. No, they don't.
Never heard of that.
No one's ever said, hey, I'm going to the zoo.
No.
Because we would think you're going to Battle Creek.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're
Nobody
going to the
says
zoo.
that.
Yeah. But just like you said, K-Zoo.
Yeah.
If we're shortening Kalamazoo because we're lazy, we're going to call it K-Zoo.
Right. We don't have time to just go through the entire
And
word.
another thing, don't spell it K-A-Z-O-O. That's kazoo. That's an instrument that goes...
Yeah, while we're on the subject.
It's K-Zoo, the letter K, and the word zoo. K-Zoo, that's
Very
it.
simple.
Now, I'm off my K-Zoo soapbox. Get more info on the nicknames right now by going to WKFR.com or the 103.3 KFR app.
Dana and Jess in the morning on 103.3 KFR. Powered by Fab Face and Body, a full-service med spa where beauty meets technology and dreams become reality.
The 103.3 KFR Facebook Friend of the Day.
Like the 103.3 KFR Facebook page, interact with us in some form, and you might be the Facebook Friend of the Day, like...
Vince Beard.
Just to clarify, this isn't the Vince that normally is the Facebook Friend of the Day. It's a different Vince, and it's not his facial hair as far as I know. Okay, so the question that Vince is commenting on is, how would you describe Kalamazoo, Michigan using 4 words only? That's part of Lauren Gordon's 4 Words with Lauren Gordon. And Vince had this to say.
Better than Battle Creek.
Ooh, 5 words? I'm not getting in the middle of this.
Well, I live in Battle Creek, and he may not be wrong.
I'm still not getting in the middle of it.
I was born there, I live there, and he's not wrong.
I've never lived in Battle Creek, so I'm not going to thumb wrestle anybody over this. But Vince, you're a brave man, and that's why you
get nothing. Good day, sir.
We just don't have a prize for that. Apologies. Well, Vince, regardless of that, thank you so much for being a part of the KFR Facebook page. And thanks for being a part of the show and starting fights with your Battle Creek neighbors. You are today's KFR Facebook Friend of the Day.
Dana and Jess in the morning on 103.3 KFR. Powered by Fab Face and Body, a full-service med spa where beauty meets technology and dreams become reality.
103.3 KFR. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's Dana and Jess here. It is time for us to go.
That's right. But tomorrow, one of our favorite days of the week, Thursday, is Dog Days. Tomorrow morning, 7:30.
Can't wait. So I encourage you not just to listen to us on air, but also check it out on the KFR Facebook page, because we'll go Facebook Live so you can see the adorable little dog or cat that we'll have in the studio tomorrow morning, 7:30, right here on 103.3 KFR. But for now, we gotta go.
That's right. Bye.
Have a great day. Enjoy the weather. Be nice to people.
If you missed Dana and Jess in the morning, we got you covered. The 103.3 KFR morning show can be streamed and downloaded and abused wherever you get your podcasts. Dana and Jess in the morning on 103.3 KFR is powered by Fab Face and Body, a full-service med spa where beauty meets technology and dreams become reality.
Introducing Zaxby's new chicken finger tacos. One with pico and creamy chipotle ranch, and the other with bacon and avocado ranch. Chicken expert since 1990. Taco expert since now. Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.